I continue with some topic, the infiltrated and distracted IPOBs. The infiltrated and distracted IPOBs. Like I was saying before, if you don't know where you are going, you will never know how to go there. And if you don't know where you are going, you will never get to where you are going that you don't know. And when you don't know where you are going, surely you can never get to that place which you don't know that you are going. And if you must know where you are going, it means you have to come out from being a wanderer. Because a wanderer is simply someone who is going somewhere, but he didn't know where he is going. Not to talk of the proper route that will link him to where he is going. And because he didn't know where he is going, if he get there, he wouldn't know. There are possibilities of getting there and getting there and coming back, because you don't know you have gotten to where you are going. Just like the case is right now. An average Biafran, as I speak, since 1960 that Nigeria got independence, and since after the war that our forefathers fought on our behalf and gave us the grace to continue and to be the people who will make them proud and get that which they fought for. Since those times till now, an average Biafran person in any of these struggle as a group or nationally as a nation has never gotten an unfailable opportunity to get exactly this which we were looking for years, that many thousands and millions of people have died for it. Both physically, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and otherwise. The kind of opportunity that we have gotten to get what we want, in fact, that which we want is already in our hand this time. To get it is like a little kind of understatement. But because we don't know where we are going, we couldn't even know, and we didn't even know we are there. And because of that, we have just started coming back. We didn't just come back, we have come back so much that even a blind man couldn't have come back so rapidly. The blind man who doesn't know where he is going. So it's not too different that we are not seeing. Because our murmuring, I can say that God particularly have used that against us. Close our eyes so that we couldn't see just an obvious opportunity. a striking opportunity to grab exactly that which we want and which we've seeked for years at a platter of gold. This is the causes and the results of one who is going somewhere but he didn't know where he's going. Who wants something but he didn't know what he wants. I used to tell people, if you don't know what you want, and if you don't know what you want, you will misinterpret what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you will misinterpret your value. And when you misinterpret your value, you have misinterpreted yourself and destiny. You have misinterpreted your approach. You have misinterpreted your applications to them and your implementations. And definitely, it's as good as you are wholly misinterpreted. You will either overrate yourself or underrate yourself. And the two can never get you what you want. So many times we need to know exactly what we want to correctly interpret our value. And that's exactly what guarantees what you get. I might be sounding like one who is making proverbs. But the truth is this: whether you like it or not, either as a nation or as a group, whether as people in a group of any form of gathering, call it church or congregation, call it political group or political organization, call it a national organization, if you don't have proper objective of where you are moving, what you have in mind, how to go about those things that you have in mind, I am sure you will never get that which you want and that which you're supposed to get. And this is exactly the problem here. We as Biafrans, to some extent, because we have lost an objective, then we have made a caricature of a manifesto. And that's exactly why we are not too far away to doom, because that's exactly where we have headed to. We are not too far away from doom, because we have headed towards such direction as a result of people who have lost objectives and made caricature of a manifesto. So this is why, and the major reasons why in every organization there is always a written guide. Yes, many times some might be flexible or verbal, but there is always a written guide, a kind of rules and a regulation, a do and a don't, so that it could be a guardian to the organization to facilitate their growth. So that when they are making profit or when they are making losses, they can be able to also place a trace of what might have been some of the problems internally, apart from the tendencies and the surety of having an external forces that could bring the downfall or the growth or losses of an organization. This is how these things work. You don't just start anything and you don't know where you are going, you don't know what you are talking about, or you talk what you talk about and talk about where you are going, what you are looking for in your mouth. But your attitude is exactly at the opposite of what you are talking about, that you are going or you want. Then that could be a kind of misconception of idealism. It's as good as you don't know where you are going, because action, they say, speak louder than words. You don't just talk something and you are doing a different thing that is exactly opposite of what you are talking about, and you want us to believe that you know where you are going or what you are doing. These are exactly why political parties will pen down what they call political manifesto, so that the masses would have an access to checkmate them to know when they are doing well or not, in respect of what themselves pen down as what is their obligations to themselves as party, obligations to the government, and obligations to the people, the masses, or the federation at large, or in general. So you don't start anything without having something that you pen down to be a constructive concept that is guiding your idea and guiding your ideology about that which you believe, and about that which you believe that you are working with or you are working up to. When once that is not done, it's tendencies that you can't go where you are going. You can't get there, because ordinarily it means you don't know where you are going. And when that is being written, talked about, said, but it's not implemented in day-to-day character and properly observed, so that there shouldn't be a diversion or a diversion, it is as good as you don't have it, even that which you think you've written. So you are more or less a matter. Anything that has weight and occupies space. It can be useful or useless, because it's not everything that has weight and occupies space that are useful. Because when a man is not useful for himself, not to talk of another, it's a good definition of useless. These are some of the reasons why you will open a semester. Lecturers will rush to class to give you what they call course outline. Even if that is the only thing they do, because many times that is what we see. Yes, in several occasions that is all we see. As soon as they do that, they go back home and sit down. The next thing is to look for a student through the class reps or governor who will help them to market the handout to the student, or probably their textbook if they have any. But meanwhile, the most important thing which they couldn't fail to do is to give you a course outline, a guide of what you should be expecting on your CA, your continuous assessment. During the writing of your test and the exams proper. These are some of the things you will be having in mind. So when you have them and you think or you neglected them and begin to kind of concentrate on some other areas that are not part of the course outline, fine, you are learning. But make sure that is not what you use the whole of the time within this semester to do, because it will amount to failure. After having a guideline about what you should be expecting. Nobody has ever done anything without proper objectives and get it very well. It's not. Even the people who have grace from God, to some extent, know what they want. In fact, that was the essence why they would be able to declare that a grace has been made available to them by God. If you don't know what you want or know where you are going, how could anyone know when a grace has fallen on that path for him? Even Christ couldn't do without stating an objective and stating it more clearly. If we are of Christ, for a good number of reasons, we should make our objective very clear. Christ made his objective very clear. Let me take, for instance, the two places Christ made his objective clear to all of us. And the other place is where he laid more emphasis. Exactly the people who are majorly supposed to be the partakers of those objectives that he has made clear. In the book of Luke, the book according to this Gospel of St. Luke, chapter number 4, verse number 18, Christ said, "The Spirit of the living God, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. That is a clear objective. He has sent me to heal the broken-hearted. This is clear objective. To preach deliverance to the captives and the recovering of sight to the blind. This is clear objective. To set at liberty them that are abused. This is clear objective. Thank you. I will tell you the second objective that Christ made mention in another part. I want us to be going gradually. Thanks once again for listening.